farmer saved and raised 2 bear cubs, now lives with a big bear family. In a heartwarming tale of compassion and unexpected companionship, a dedicated farmer rescued 2 orphaned bear cubs from the brink of peril. What began as an act of kindness quickly blossomed into an extraordinary bond as the farmer found himself sharing his home with a thriving bear family. Balancing the challenges of farm life with the joys of nurturing wildlife, he has created a unique sanctuary where humans and bears coexist harmoniously. This remarkable story highlights the profound connections that can form when empathy meets the wild. A compassionate farmer rescued 2 orphaned bear cubs and raised them in his home. As the cubs grew and had their own offspring, he now lives harmoniously on his farm with a large bear family. From early childhood, Michael was immersed in wild nature, captivated by its beauty and mysteries. His parents were ordinary factory workers at a local plant. They frequently took their son to the forest, where he first discovered bear tracks. Little Michael was captivated by these majestic creatures, spending hours studying their footprints and imagining what real bears looked like. At school, he was a quiet and introspective child, but his passion for nature and animals made his eyes light up with excitement. Michael could talk for hours about his observations in the forest. His fascination with wild animals began in his early years, watching them from afar in the taiga. After graduating, Michael chose to remain in his hometown instead of moving to the big city. To stay close to nature and the animals he loved, he took a job as a forest ranger's assistant. Every day, he walked through the forest, observing the lives of its inhabitants and making notes in his journal. More than 10 years ago, an event occurred that changed Michael's life forever. During one of his walks in the taiga, he found a little bear cub whose mother had been shot by poachers. The cub was very weak and needed urgent help. Without hesitation, Michael decided to take in the cub. He knew that the little bear wouldn't survive alone in the forest. Michael named the bear cub Misha and began to take care of him. He fed the cub, treated him, and cared for him like his own child. Misha quickly became attached to his savior. Good nutrition, love, and care did their job, and the cub grew quickly and soon turned into a large and powerful bear. When Misha turned 4 years old, Michael agreed to take in a young female bear named Masha, who had lost her home after the local zoo went bankrupt. The bears quickly bonded, and soon, Misha and Masha had offspring. They became parents of 2 bear cubs. Thus, Michael acquired long-awaited grandchildren. The birth of the tiny cubs was one of the most pleasant and exciting moments in his life. With the appearance of the bear family, Michael's life changed dramatically. Now, he had to take care not only of himself, but also of his enormous wild wards. The man began to equip his farm so that it would be comfortable not only for him, but also for his new friends. Michael built spacious enclosures at his farm, Bear's Den, where he cared for the entire bear family by feeding them and monitoring their health. He celebrated each bear's birthday. Remarkably, Michael developed a unique way to communicate with the bears, earning their love and respect. To keep them wild, he took them daily for walks in the taiga, allowing them to play, bathe, and experience natural forest life. Michael meticulously observed their behavior, taking important notes about these amazing creatures. His harmonious life with the bears quickly gained regional attention, inspiring others with his dedication to nature and animal welfare. Many considered Michael crazy, but there were also those who admired his courage and kindness. Some people categorically stated that bears should only live in the wild and criticized Michael for keeping the animals in captivity. But the man patiently explained that many of his wards simply wouldn't survive in the wild. Nevertheless, Michael did everything possible to ensure that the growing cubs became independent and well adapted to the wild. To achieve this, he spent several hours a day with them in the forest, recording some of his unusual walks on camera. Michael's goal is to create living conditions for the bear family that are as close to their natural habitat as possible. His home is located in the remote taiga, and the bears are only familiar with civilization through encounters with tourists and journalists visiting the farm. Local authorities initially wanted to forbid Michael from keeping bears on the farm, but after seeing how well he cared for the animals, they allowed him to continue his unique activity. Thus began a new chapter in Michael's life, living harmoniously with a family of bears under one roof. His unique coexistence with these dangerous predators earned him admiration for his courage and ability to communicate with wild animals. Michael and his bears became internet stars, attracting global attention through viral videos and stories. As his popularity grew, journalists and curious tourists visited his farm, where he shared his experiences and the importance of nature preservation. Despite his fame, Michael remained humble, personally caring for the bears daily by feeding, cleaning, and treating them when sick. Naturally, his life was full of dangers. Although the bears were attached to him, they remained wild animals. There were times when the bears became aggressive, and Michael had to show all his courage and composure to calm them down and defuse the situation. One day, one of the bears, during play, miscalculated his strength and seriously injured Michael with his sharp claws. But even after this incident, the persistent man didn't give up his work. He said he understood the risks of his job and was ready to accept them for the sake of the animal's well-being. Over the years, Michael became a real legend in the local area. His farm turned into a popular place for ecotourism. Many people came here to see the man who lived with a whole family of bears. Of course, over several years of working with bears, Michael faced serious financial difficulties. Keeping such a number of large predators required significant funds. Michael often invested all his savings in the development of the farm and the care of the bears. But he never complained, considering it his calling and the bears his best friends. Michael paid special attention to the health of his wards. He regularly conducted medical examinations involving experienced veterinarians for this. However, mostly Michael used folk methods of treating animals, some of which were really unique. Michael loved walking with the bears in the forest the most. The man enjoyed watching the bears' behavior in their natural habitat. The farmer could spend hours watching them catch fish in the river, gather berries and nuts, and climb trees. These observations helped him better understand the needs of his pets and create more comfortable conditions for them on the farm. Dozens of hours of video on Michael's YouTube channel show how amazingly the bears and cubs interact with each other, while the man accompanies everything that happens with fascinating commentary. He films their games, quarrels, and reconciliations, showing that these animals have complex social behaviors and emotions. Videos featuring the little cubs are especially touching. Michael films their first steps, learning to climb trees, swimming in the nearby forest lake, and catching fish. These heartwarming scenes resonate with viewers, helping them see bears not as terrifying predators, but as amazing and beautiful creatures. Additionally, Michael uses his YouTube channel to dispel common myths about bears, further educating and inspiring his audience. He explains the bear's behavior, advises them on how to act when encountering a bear in the forest, and demonstrates that these animals typically do not exhibit aggression without reason. However, he also emphasizes that comparing them to harmless pets is, of course, inappropriate. According to Michael, being in the taiga surrounded by his bear family makes him feel truly happy and free. Michael continues to live on his farm, surrounded by his cherished bears. Every day, he expresses gratitude for fulfilling his dream and dedicating his life to protecting these incredible animals. His story inspires many, demonstrating that a love for nature and animals can overcome any obstacles and that even large wild predators can become like family. What an incredible story! If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. See you in the next video.